Hi everybody, this is a video about exposing the devil's staff members. Now I'm going to be separating this into different videos, so stay tuned for each part. Alright, so here's the first one. The devil's staff members. I'm calling out all of the devil's employees, the devil's commanding officers. I'm calling out the direct hirings staff members, the spies in the church. I'm calling out all of the government systems that work for the devil, all new recruits of the devil, all veterans, the devil's re-enlistees. Everyone he hires that to be used for power, I bring them in also. I uncover all of their undercover agents. I uncover all of them now. All of your hidden spies, your secret forces, your satanic agents, demonic agents, monitoring agents. I call you out. As I'm calling you out, I'm stripping you down of your power and your authority, of your platform. I'm stripping you of your kingdoms, your keys. I'm stripping you of everything. And I'm calling you out, bringing you forward. Let's go. Everybody out. Let's go. All of your reporters, your reports, all of you who write down your reports. I strip you of your recordings, your recording gadgets and gears and devices, your notepads, your pens and your papers, all of it. I strip it from you. Your readers, your writers, your executors, your secretaries, the devil's secretaries, the devil's soldiers, the devil's armies. I strip you all down of your weapons. Now I bring in all of the devil's students and candidates. I bring in all of his false prophets. I bring in the devil's prophets. I bring in all of his colleagues, his apprentices, his associates, his affiliates, his accomplices, his allies. I bring in all of the devil's family members, the devil's relatives, the devil's sons. I bring them all of the devil's daughters, the devil's assistants. Let's go. I bring you all in. I bring in all of the devil's groups, his gatherings, his societies. I bring in the devil's squads, the devil's gangs, the devil's crews, and the devil's crew members. I bring in all of the devil's hiring staff members. I bring in the devil's managers, the legions. I bring you all in. I bring in your kings, your queens, your pawns, your bishops. I bring in your rooks. I bring in your knights. I bring in all of your agents in the field, agents in the offices, your lawyers, the devil's lawyers and the devil's attorneys. I bring in the devil's presidents. I bring in the devil's vice presidents. I bring in the commander-in-chief. I bring in all of the devil's chiefs, all the chiefs for every section in hell. All of you who say all hail to the chief, I bring you in. All of the devil's administrations and administrators. I bring in all of the devil's animals, insects, reptiles, reptilians, amphibians, mammals, and titans. Nephilims, I bring in the devil's giants. I bring in the devil's dragons, krakens. I bring in all of his ancient serpents. I bring in and I call forward. Now I bring them in. I have you all stripped down. I have you all bound on earth as it is in heaven. I put forever bound chains on all of you. As I'm calling you out, I'm bringing you out. I'm calling you out. Let's go. I'm bringing you to the throne room of God. I bring you here now. I bring in all of the devil's guardians. I bring in the devil's false gods. I bring in all of his demigods. I bring in his genies. I bring in his sorcerers. I bring in the jinn. I bring in the diviners. I bring in your shamans, your soothsayers. I bring in your grand masters and your masterminds, your warlocks, your witches, your merlins, your witch doctors. I bring in all of your dark matter. I bring in the devil's colors. I bring in the devil's waters, his smells, his stenches, his aroma, his fragrances. I bring in his mermaids. I bring in the devil and everybody who uses their third eye, the eye of Ra, your all-seeing eye. All of you Satanists, your paganists, Shriners, devil worshippers, Wiccans, necromancers, astrologers, coverns, cults and occults, your hierarchies, your secret societies, all of your uniforms, your careers, your occupations, your demonic purposes, your ranking officers, your officials. I bring in all of your academies and your schools, your officers, your lieutenants. I bring in your Freemason societies, your masonry, your generals. I bring in the devil's generals, the devil's commanders. I bring in the devil's superintendents. I bring in all of his cults now, his evil priests, his popes, the devil's priests, and the devil's cardinals. I bring in the devil's relics, every relic that belongs to him. I bring them in. Let's go. Ooh, I bring them in. Let's go. All of the devil's churches, all of the devil's symptoms, I bring them in. I bring in all of the devil's books. I bring in the book of the dead, the book of the living, the book of the reincarnation, and the book of resurrection of the dead, of the demonic. I bring them in. All of your books, all of your demonic books, I bring them in. I bring in all of your reincarnation books, your mummies. I bring in your voodoos, your hoodoo, your zombies. I bring in all of your demonic inventations. I bring in all of your documents, your biographies, your magazines, your libraries, your businesses, your botanicas, your psychic readings, your palm readings, your psychics, your palmistries, your fortune tellers, your telekinesis, your telepathic, all of you manipulators, liars, all of you who are operating under the first, second, and third beast, mothers of prostitutes. I bring her in now. The mother of prostitutes, I bring her in, her and her beast and her dragon. I bring her in now. All of your arches, I bring you in. I bring in your rewards. I bring in your books. I bring in your degrees, your certificates, your licenses, your degrees, your belts, your masters, your associates, and your bachelor's degrees in working for the devil. I bring them in. I bring in all of everything of what you guys put on. Whew. All right. You guys are lucky because that's the end of the first list. All right, so as you guys are coming in, I'm stripping you all down. I strip you guys of your power. I strip you of your authority. I strip you of your platform. I strip you of your kingdoms. I strip you guys of your weapons. I strip you of everything that you guys have on you. I strip you and I sentence you now. I sentence you and I cast judgment on all of you. I strip you of everything that you guys are wearing. I sentence you now to the lake of fire. I sentence you all there now. For every person, for every physical person, I remove your souls from your body and I send your souls to the pit of darkness now. I send the rest of your bodies to the pit, to the lake of fire. And everything else that you guys have done, I send it there to the lake of fire now. I hit my staff scepter and iron rod and I declare and decree that it is done. And everything that you guys have done and said and every section that you guys are operating in, I shut it down today. Stay tuned for part 2.